Hello, everyone, and thank you for coming to Deb Chanel's 40th World, where we entertain you with narration on several review shows, reality shows, and soap operas. And today we're going to be covering The Young and the Restless, The Young and the Restless that aired on this past Friday, June 24th at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I also want to thank you guys for always being consistent and coming to my channel and seeing what I have to put out as far as your being entertained. And I am grateful for that. My numbers are going up, so it shows that I am putting quality content out there for like-minded people. So thank you, thank you, thank you again for your new subscribers as well as old subscribers. Continue to, if you would, like and share and subscribe to my channel if you haven't. But like and share my videos throughout your social media platforms such as Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. Or you can also talk about me on your channel. I would greatly appreciate it. Okay. You can also comment on my videos that I do put out because I love dialoguing with each and every one of you all. And I try to get you back a response, whether it's a, what do you call it, a like, or I actually give or have a conversation with you in the comment section. I appreciate all that you do for me and blessings to you and yours. So let's get on to the first scene. Basically, we're always recapping from the last episode, which was this past Thursday. But before I get into that, let me give you a summary about that particular episode. It has Victor plots revenge, Kevin makes a startling discovery, and Dylan confronts Adam with wait a minute, damaging evidence. Okay. So as we recap, we always go back into the situation where it last aired and where the last scene that they taped for that particular day. Well, on Thursday when they were leaving, we had Travis and Victoria and Nicholas in Victor's office, and they were just discussing the time limits of the oil refinery sabotaging and this, that, and the other, and how him and Victoria came to build a relationship and this, that, and the other, and all the things that Lucas was spewing out his mouth of negativity towards Travis. And Travis was still there trying to, give his side of, the current events and past events. And, he was, defending his own case and was doing a very damn good job at it. But, hey, Luca came back with some damaging evidence, facial bruising and all of that. And he was kind of vague of what really happened. But we find out through Travis' admission of the given facts coming from what he said happened. So, of course, the line is straight down drawn in the middle. They don't know who or what to believe. So they're looking at, meaning they, Victoria and Nicholas, are looking at both men suspiciously and definitely side-eyeing them to try to ascertain which perceived notion of the story they should go with. So, okay, we have that playing out itself. Then we have Luca over there playing Summer. He's, done did this elaborate type of fictitious sentiments of what he feels happened or what he controlled to be the outcome of what happened with this visit with Travis. And Summer's like, she ain't trying to be no dumb chick, so she asking questions. You know what I'm saying? Which making Luca feel some kind of way, like you don't believe me, and this, that, and that. And then he just goes and appeals to her sexual, sensual side. And of course, one thing leads to another, and they start having lustful sex or getting into that. Uh, Format and positioning of doing that, because I guess that's her way of showing him that they still a solid couple. She still wants him and needs him in her life. And, that's a way of him connecting back with her on an emotional side where she would probably believe any and everything that comes out of his mouth. So that's where they're at. Then we have Kevin at Christmas Lights calling Natalie, trying to figure out where she at because she's definitely behind on their date. And Micah's overhearing his phone call that he's leaving a voicemail for her. Then he goes on over and has a seat with them and start making, light conversation. He's asking about how Mariah's doing, what is going on between the two women, who have you really decided to be with. And Kevin goes out being very boastful and saying, hey, man, I'm trying to be in a relationship with Natalie and this, that, and the other. And then he said, but I still have my solid relationship with Mariah intact as well. And Kevin should know. He should know from past instances, you got to choose one or the other. You can't play both fences. So Michael pretty much throws that back in his face, and he leaves because he gets a phone call from Chelsea about some comings and goings that have his client, which is Adam, in jeopardy of going to jail. So he scurries on over there to see what's going on, and he leaves Kevin to his own thoughts about the two women. Okay, we go to Dylan. Dylan's over to see Adam and Chelsea to tell them they're already exhumed Constance being embodied. They didn't want to make a big spectacular whoop to do about it, letting all the media, social media come in and have their spin or take on the issue. They did it hush hush, undercover, under the radar, with a private, I guess, exhuming body company. And the end results was that Constance Bingham's body was riddled with poison. So again, everybody looking at Adam sideways, and Adam basically said, "So everyone is going to deem me as guilty. They're gonna see it and say it, huh?" And so Dylan is not really trying to make any assumptions, but he's looking at Adam. He's hearing everything he's saying, and he's recognizing his body language. So cops always do that. So that's their nature of ascertaining information that they can use possibly against Adam. But Adam's sticking to his guns. He's, pretty much getting a little heated about some things, and Chelsea's trying to calm him down, but then she's stirring the pot as well. So we leave that situation. We go back to Summer. Summer and Lucas have finished having sex. They're in bed talking. Summer's talking about she hungry. Luca is thanking Summer for trusting him. And they set out to have a plan to go on over to the athletic club and grab a burger and some fries and stuff of that nature. But before they do that, Lucas kind of convinces Summer, let's go have sex again for one last time tonight, prior to going to the club and getting something to eat. So they, in turn, they leave us to believe that they're going in for the second kill. So we leave that situation, we go to Travis. Travis is asking what motive would he have to sabotage, company as large as that? What resources would he have? Yes, he was a stock trader, commodities trader, back on Wall Street in the day, but God dog it, would I want to, invest all my time and energy? Why would I buy a bar and become a bar owner as well as a bartender? So what you're saying, I'm an eco-terrorist by night and a bartender by day? What the hell are y'all thinking around here? So we leave that situation. We go to Nicholas. Nicholas says he's going to get to the bottom of this. Both Victoria and Nicholas are questioning Luca again, understanding that they've heard the sides of missing pieces were definitely filled in that Luca left out regarding Travis' behavior with the alleged attack. But Nicholas and Victoria said they can't trust nobody right now. Everybody's suspect. And I can feel him on that. Yes, everybody's suspect. So then we go to Dr. Gates at the prison. Dr. Gates is feeling sorry for Victor as usual when the warden walks in and she gets out of position from sitting next to him, and all this. And, he's questioning her professionalism once again with her patients. He excused Victor, or Victor excuses himself or whatnot. And, he's questioning, meaning the warden is questioning Dr. Gates about her comings and goings with Victor. He already done had several conversations in the past with her, and uh, one official notice or talk with her, warning her that she's going past the boundaries of patient and doctor, professionalism. And this time he goes a step further and said, well, I'm not going to come back with you again and have another conversation, because it still seems you are going to do what you want to do, and then I'm going to have to do what I want to do, or have to deem that I have to do for the safety of protecting her credentials as well as his own, because he don't need no scandal especially with a high profile businessman such as Victor Newman doing something crazy under his watch or on his watch. So he pretty much says, if I feel that I need to replace you, I will transfer your ass up out of here. Okay, so he was very stern with her, but I mean, she needs somebody to hit her upside her head with the evidence of what is being, shown or what is being perceived about her, because she's just not getting it. I mean, she thinks she's willing to risk her medical history, her medical academic study, and all the time she spent in school, and her oath that she's taking with the medical profession to just be playing footsies with Victor Newman. I mean, come on, lady, pull up. Haven't you seen the bodies of women Victor has left behind him? Okay. Anyway, we move on to from that situation because that's a dead situation right there. Um, we go on to Dylan, back to Dylan. He's serving Adam with search warrant papers, and Adam just goes ballistic with the accusations of him poisoning Constance Beam. He goes into throwing stuff up in the air, pulling stuff off of shelves, don't care which and where it lands. He's very frustrated. Chelsea and Dylan don't know what to tell him. Everyone is at a loss. They're just looking at him destroying everything in the little main room that they always congregate in. Okay, and then Chelsea's like getting scared or whatnot, so she calls Mike on her cell phone and asks him to come on over here because shit is hitting the fan. So he, concludes and he leaves Kevin. Like I said, they were both at Crimson Lights and he's on his way over there. We go to commercial, we come back. We have Summer and Luca at the pool at the athletic club swimming. Now I could have sworn her ass said she was hungry. How she gets from home to the athletic club to the pool when her first thought was after having sex with Luca, she wanted to eat. Go figure, people. But anyway, her and Luca are at the pool, they swimming. She's coming up for air. Luca still has this extra energy that he needs to burn off that I don't know why he didn't burn it off in bed when they were having sex, but it is what it is. So he go on back swimming some more, and he's saying, go on and order the food. He'll be, there shortly. But as she's like looking at him like he crazy, and then talking about she feeling a little sexual thing again and all this, I'm like, baby, pull up. It ain't all about sex. You need to be worried about your income and your father's company, okay? Because that's what really matters at this point. Not you constantly getting your groove on and throwing caution to the wind, and you might be sleeping with the enemy nut. But anyway, we move from that situation. Nicholas finally comes over to the athletic club because he's looking for Summer. He pretty much feels he knows where his daughter congregates at. So he's going over the comings and goings while Luca is nowhere to be found about what they're perceiving as murky waters, because now they done heard, meaning now they, meaning Victoria and Nicholas, have heard Travis's side, and he does make some valid points that they can't really dismiss at this time. So Nicholas is telling his daughter, giving her fair warning that, look, we're looking at Luca again, okay? He may be trying to cover his tracks again, and this, that, and the other, but it's just is what it is. We're going to investigate him, so you keep a watchful eye on what's going on with Lucas, and report back to us of any suspicious activity that he may be talking about or saying, to anyone else. Just do it for the family. It's hell, you invested in this as well, because this is your legacy, honey. If it goes down, you ain't got nothing, to fall back on. You have to go work for some other entity that we used to be in competitiveness with. Or hell, they might own our company and not even hire your ass. But it just is what it is. Stay with the family, okay? Your initial family, not the family you're trying to make with Luca. So, Summer's kind of feeling some kind of way because she's still trying to defend Luca and put Travis down, and all like this. I'm like, honey, stop letting the pot call the kettle black. Hell, it's all is what it is. Okay, y'all both love y'all men. Both of them are suspect, meaning Victoria loves Travis, whether she know it or not, about her actions and saying it. Then you have Summer loving on Luca. Are both women capable of getting great mates? No, hell no, because they go with their heart, and the heart is so fleeting. You gotta have a little common sense. Let your heart be in there, because you got to have compassion, you got to have love and empathy. So that, I feel, that's sewing up with the heart. But logically think as well, okay? Logically think things through from A to Z, and then mesh the heart in there also, because you need that good and sensual, sexual, and feeling for another person, another human being. So they got to work it out. Two crazy ass women got money, taking care of our family, you know, giving their input here and there, but it just is what it is, right? Okay, we move on from there. We go to Kevin is talking with Victoria because she's basically have called Kevin over because he's a good hacker and he also works for the police department, but she's trying to hire him in a unofficial type of capacity, meaning he doing work for her, but it has nothing to do with uh, breaking into files at the police station and trying to get dirt up on Luca. That's not, or Victor Newman himself. That's not what they're doing. They're not trying to do no espionage around there. But she's just trying to get him to investigate and pretty much, yeah, hack into some systems, but not at the possibility of she stealing company secrets from them, because they really are creating a situation where it's unlawful what they're doing, but they're not looking to be coming up on somebody else's because of some privy information that they got a hold of, in precarious type ways. She's just wanting to find a link to people basically hacking into their computer system, trying to use information against them and make them look bad in the media's eyes, as well as hurt their company's financial bottom line. So, she wanted to hire Natalie, but Natalie is working on passkey, or she's just being tied up with some other private contractual work that we find out at the end of this episode that she's involved with, having some business dealings on the down low with Victor Newman. So, of course, Kevin, being the hacker that he is, he finds out this information and he pretty much confronts her about it at the last scene of this episode. But we'll get there, people. We'll get there. We go from that situation, we go to Victor. He's meeting with this mysterious woman again, and I'm, like I said, I'm trying to figure out, is that Chloe or is that Natalie? It's just the whole figure of the body of structure of that particular person. It's just giving me that kind of tease. But anyway, I don't know, I'm still waiting, and I'm still trying to look at hand gestures at the episodes that they are giving us when it comes to Natalie. They're not letting me see her hands as much as I would like to, and I want to go back into past clips and episodes to evaluate her hands, but it is what it is. But the clues that they're dropping on us and putting Kevin in the middle, Chloe's gone somewhere. I haven't been watching the story that long to pretty much catch back up with what the hell happened to her. If anybody can tell me, I know Delia died. That was very upsetting to her. She got into some spill, wanted to kill somebody. I think it was Adam, when she found out he was the one that actually killed her daughter and didn't call her, this, that, and the other, or was late at calling paramedics for her, for them to be able to save her. So, and then I just lost contact with it, and so if anybody can tell me where Chloe has taken herself to, I really would like to know so I can update my suspicion. But right now, my suspicions are on either Chloe or it's Natalie that's working down low with Victor to try to start more chaos when it comes to hurting the family members. Just because he felt that they put him in an awkward position and put his ass in jail. But Victor, he thinks he's above the law. He makes the law, in other words. He don't answer to anybody. I don't even think he want to answer to God. And that's just total blasphemy right there. But Victor, he crazy as hell. But I've never seen this far-fetched Victor that is definitely coming off to be, more so looked at as a serial killer, because he just slaying everybody he can get his hands on because he felt they did him wrong. I'm like, Victor, you're so much like your father, son, father entwined. So that's a hot mess. But anyway, Victor, like I said, is meeting with the mysterious woman. He's telling her to be extremely careful because of the next phase that they're going into of the sabotage that he's doing towards Adam. What he's asking her to do is definitely lethal. So it's just crazy. He's saying putting the final coffin, the final nail in the coffin to definitely put Adam behind bars. So I'm like, damn, if he could do that to Adam, he gonna turn around and do it to Nicholas. He's gonna do it to Victoria. excuse me, if he could do it to Nikki, he'll put her in there with him as well. And he's gonna try to call himself to be vindicated. But like I said, Victor on a higher scale of getting people back than I ever anticipated him being in. I mean, he's basically coming off to for me to perceive him as being totally soulless, totally without empathy. I mean, his heart has grown cold, hard, and nobody ain't penetrate him. He's learning how to use his manly wiles to seduce people and this, that, and the other. But the end result, the light has gone out in Victor. There is no spark of humanity, empathy, compassion, nothing. Nothing. Okay, Victor is like void in it. He's just totally black. He's in the dark, and that's where he want to be. That's where he seems he's unkempt and made up shop in. And that's, he's one of the chosen few for the devil. Because I'm like, this is not the Victor Newman I know. He would go and go hard for his family and do, scrupulous things to be questioned, of course. But he's on another whole level that I cannot identify. I'm like, damn, we need to just kill him on off. Because if he had to go out like this, this is terrible. I don't like Victor's ways. I don't like the character he's playing now and what the writers have put up. With letting us see his last legacies on being on Young and the Restless. So, like I said, it is what it is. We move from that situation. We go to Dylan. Dylan is telling Adam he has a storage unit. Adam says, no, he don't. We go to Victor again. Victor's being very cruel. Like I said, I never seen him be this ruthless and void of any consciousness of empathy for others. He's like I said, he's on another whole level. We go to commercial. We come back from commercial. We're with Nicholas. Nicholas is saying he's not accusing Luca of nothing. Summer is trying to defend him. Nicholas is wanting her to be aware of Luca's behavior. Summer says, so you want me to spy on him? Okay, Nicholas, tries to make some type of reasoning with her, but he go on and leave her to her enjoying her time with her man. So Summer's just looking stupid. She acting stupid. And she's gonna do the most stupidest thing, which is to confide in Luca about what her dad had just told her. She wants to tell him, and she does end up telling him what her dad told her. And when Lucas walks up right after he sees Nick leaves, then he's asking her. And like I said, she go on and tell it all, honey. She goes on and tell it all. Okay, we go back to Victoria. Victoria got Kevin on the case. She done hired him. He's an accepted assignment, and they moving on from there. We go back to Victor. Victor tries to meet with Dr. Gates again in the hall, talking about some foolishness, but he just want to be sexual with her and have hands on. He got his little horniness going on, but she shuts him down. She shrugs him off because of what the warden had basically told her. And he's following right behind her. I don't know why Victor didn't see him coming. They're going down the same goddamn hall. But anyway, the warden talks with Victor. He says he needs to talk to them privately. They go into the room that they've always had when people come to meet with Victor to visit him or whatever. They go into that little room, and he tells Victor to don't try to escape when he goes and calls himself testifying on his behalf for the court proceedings. Because if he had any way or any power to stop it, he wouldn't let him nor Ian go out the prison. They would stay there until they damn near do their time or they die in prison. And so he also warns Victor to he told him, don't try to escape, because I am definitely going to have you heavily guarded as well as Ann. And I've already given instructions. If you try to run, if you try to escape, don't try to capture you, just shoot to kill. And Victor looks at him like, are you crazy? But he's like, okay, all right, take your best shot. Telling the warden for his guards that's going to be heavily guarding him and all this kind of stuff. We leave that situation. We go to Victoria. Victoria's over to Travis bar, trying to ascertain whether or not she can trust him. She can believe what he said and this, that, and other. Travis, goes on to try to still convince her that he is not the villain that Luca has painted him out to be. Victoria's asking, why did Luca come back bruised and beat up then. Travis said, because he disrespected you. And I was taking up for your honor, baby. Okay? Luca is talk we go there from that situation, we go to Luca. Luca's talking over the Travis situation with Summer. Once again, Luca is getting a little suspicious vibe because he's just being too emotionally invested in it. And, he's like, oh, what can I do now? What can I do? Who can I sabotage now? That kind of feel existence around her. And he's picking up the vibe that she's having some second thoughts. So Summer, she just giving Luca heads up, which Nicholas didn't want her to do that. He didn't tell her to do that. He just said, be on guard. Watch for the unsuspected stuff that he may do in front of you because he got his guard down. This fool done sat over him and told Luca just about everything about the company is going to be investigating him and Travis and this, that, and the other. And they're going to wait and find out everything and, see how things turn up. Nobody's left from being investigated when it comes to this situation and putting them in a bad light in the community as well as hurting their bottom line. And, of course, opening up the door for lawsuits and this or that nature. So then we leave that situation. We go to Victor. Victor tells the warden, are you threatening me? And then, he said, no, I'm just keeping it real with you. If you try to escape, I'm just telling you what the orders up front. I told you, shoot to kill, okay? Basically, they don't have to bring you back. Just shoot you and kill you. It'll be less off the taxpayers and less stress for me. Because he knows Victor has been manipulating Dr. Gates and just the whole thing in his prison ward, and he's tired of it. So he's trying to break Victor in that way. And Victor said, things change every day. Hey, I'm in here now. I might not be in here, 30 days from now or a week from now. Hell, I might not be here tomorrow. So he pretty much, bucking back up at the ward. So we go back to Dylan. They find a storage unit in Adam's name. He's basically telling Adam and Chelsea that. And they find a key. Adam, of course, says he don't know where that key came from. He never has been at that storage unit. So I was waiting for them to find some type of footage of him being there, which of course they can document that or doctor that up as well. But that's his thing that he's saying. He's never been to the storage unit, this, that, and the other. He don't know nothing about that key, how that key got in the presence of wherever they got it from. And, Dylan is trying very hard to believe that, but even it looks stupid to Dylan. He's not buying that part of it. Because he don't understand how you could just forget about having a storage unit or a key that goes to it. We go to commercial, we come back. Nicholas is over there at the prison visiting Victor in jail. Victor is telling Nicholas he's been betrayed. Why is he there? What could he possibly want from him? Hell, all y'all put me here. I'm always him, as you can tell. 'Cause I ain't got nowhere to go. I'm not a free person. So you're going to always find me in here all day, every day. Okay? Until I decide I'm finna get out of this mug. But anyway, Nicholas tells his dad he needs him to answer a question. And he needs his help on it. Will he help him? And of course, Victor looked at him like, I don't know. I don't know. You ain't help me. You put me in here. Shit. What are we talking about, first of all? But anyway, we leave that situation. We go to Summer and Lucas. They're both are fussing about what Nicholas told her in confidence. He's asking Summer, does she believe it or does she believe him? And of course, she says she believe him. But when she hugs him and look at the camera, we're reviewing her facial expression. It shows all on her face. No, she don't believe you. She's gonna try to find some evidence to vindicate you, but no, she's not believing you, honey. But then we go back to Dylan. Dylan is asking Adam, how does he forget knowing about a storage unit and a key to go to it? Michael is asking because he's definitely gotten there by this time. He's asking Adam, don't say shit. We need more search warrants for you to go and say you're going to search anything. And, Adam is flying off the handle saying, I ain't got nothing to hide. Shit. Yeah, go on, go. Go on, search it. You got my permission. And myself, hell no. No, he don't. So he's pretty much arguing between his client, Adam, and Dylan. Because, everything is just so murky right now. He don't want a harder case to try to fight to save Adam's ass from going to jail. And Adam just all off the deep end, saying one thing, yeah, my father's, setting me up. But then instead of you thinking real sharply like your dad, you're just going playing in your dad's hands by saying, because you're so emotional with everything, you're forgetting to think about what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? Listen to your lawyer, nut. But anyway, Michael had asked Dylan to let him have a sidebar with his client in his home because he ain't acting right. And he pretty much goes over, grabs Adam, and talks with him low key so nobody really can't hear what they're talking about. And he said, he said, "Are you sure we ain't gonna find nothing? You ain't gotta lie to me now. You can lie all day to them, but don't lie to me, cause I'm trying to help you." But then Adam goes and looks at Michael like, "Hell, you don't believe me now, do you?" But anyway, he assures Michael they're not gonna find anything because he ain't did anything, so he's still on that bandwagon. We leave that situation. The mysterious lady that been meeting with Victor for umpteen times, going over this mysterious type of um, case where she's being Victor's lapdog and doing all his dirty work for him. And I'm telling you, it's got to be Chloe or it got to be Natalie. But anyway, I'm not really sure, but just the whole makeup of that particular young lady. It just seems that, it has to be one of those two. But anyway, the mystery lady is over there at the storage unit, okay? Adam is supposed to have, been rented in Adam's name. Now, how she get a key to the shit, I have no idea. But she don't got all the evidence that she can possibly use against Adam. She done got this vial of poison done searched where I guess Victor told her to pretty much put it. She done found the box that she needs to go in and drop the evidence off. So of course it'll be a harder case for excuse me, Adam to walk away from. But it is what it is. Victor got deep pockets. He does what he wanna do. And it just is what it is. They know who they messing with. They knew the consequence, or they didn't really know in depth the consequences Victor was gonna take this shit to. But he got, like I said, deep pockets of money, got very large influences, and that just is what it is. Okay, so she plants the stuff in there, quickly gets out, and it's history. We go back to Kevin. Kevin has found some evidence of who has done some sabotaging of the oil refinery and possibly other shit too. And he comes up with some startling evidence to where it upsets him and scares him at the same time. He starts to make a phone call, but then he hesitates and he just leaves Victoria's office where she pretty much left him to do what he do, and she ain't got no type of what do you call it, emphasis on being around when he does this infraction. So she could say, hell, I wasn't in there. I don't know what he was doing. Out of sight, out of mind, pretty much, where you ain't want to be dealing with no scrupulous stuff that's illegal and stuff. So you could have to be testifying against that person. So that's why she left, let him go to his own little wiles of doing stuff. But anyway, we go to commercial, we come back. We have Travis is trying to make Victoria see the logic with loving and trusting him. He's telling her to trust her instinct, trust her heart, because he's not there to make problems for her. And he does make a valid point. He didn't tell her to keep coming back. And he wasn't chasing her either, but she was making all these moves herself. But anyway, we leave that situation. We go to Nicholas is telling his dad to help him because, two special women in his life. One of the women didn't turn against him. She actually was trying to help him, and that was Summer. Summer is, in the midst of this Luca debacle, and he's bringing her down, and, Santori's just not good, and then got this issue with Victoria, and, his only baby girl, so it's like, come on now, let's do this right, be right about this shit. So, he just kind of tied between the two, trying to help Summer out because she definitely is his granddaughter and she's definitely been on his side from day one. But he goes on and just drops some knowledge for Nicholas. Nicholas just have to pick up on his presentation of how he's bringing the help that Nicholas is seeking. He says, okay, you say I'm always trying to protect my family, and I do unlawful things sometimes to make that happen. The protection piece. So what I'm asking you to do now, follow in my footsteps, and you will get the answers you need. So whatever that is, I don't know. He got to play dirty ball to find out the truth. I don't know, but that's pretty much the idea or the road Victor was telling him he needed to travel. So then we go to the officer coming back to Adam and Chelsea's little apartment house or whatever it is, to give Dylan the evidence. Man, they found stuff because yes, I just told you, the mysterious woman was over there to the storage place with the key. Well, she ain't breaking in because she had a key, and she's following the instructions Victor laid out for her to complete. And his plan is definitely in force, and she don't have to do anything else because they got Adam exactly what they want them. They have motive, they have evidence, physical evidence, and they have, constant being of body that they done exhumed twice and had two separate labs test the tissue samples or whatever they got from her by exhuming her body or off her body. They still point right back to Adam. But of course, Victor is behind all this shit. Dylan wants to believe him, but it just is what it is right now from what they can physically see. Even though, Dylan has a methodical mind and he's not going to let it go because it don't smell right. It don't smell right. But we go to the last and final scene where Kevin finally gets in touch with Natalie. He's going to track her down, or she's pretty much waiting on him because they did have a date at Crimson Lights. And, he's face to face with her so he can see her body language, see her eyes, and all this. Because these are telltale signs whether a person is actually lying to you or they're trying to cover up something. So, he goes on and, have a little small contact with her to see, a small talk with her to see if she's going to come flat out and answer his questions honestly about what he's going to ask her about being in cahoots with Victor. But, she makes up excuses like, I've been so tied up with past key and this, that, and the other. Basically what Kevin was trying to tell his brother Michael of her being absent lately and being tied up. But then he's not buying it because he done pretty much got a trail on her about her working undercover and sabotaging and getting in people's laptops and stuff of that nature. But then again, I have to go back and reflect when what's his name? Billy had wanted Victoria searched or researched out when she was trying to come and say somebody was sabotaging their company. It wasn't just her, being uh not aware of the company or just taking more personal time when she should have been on guard at the company and doing business and staying on top of that. He did give what's her name? Natalie access to uh the company's database. So I'm trying to think, okay, does that have a part to play in that? And but I'm not sure. This is my theory because I had to think back on that access was broken into that time because Billy was trying to help Victoria out. But that's not either here nor there now because now Kevin is asking her. He's at her door asking her, "What the hell are you doing working with Victor Newman? What is he having you do exactly?" Because this is what I know, the paper trail of the techie trail that I know how to hack in computers too, and the shit coming back with your name on it. So you need to tell me what's going on. So she's looking kind of startled at him, and hopefully we'll get the truth next week sometime. I don't think it's gonna be Monday, but it is what it is. But it was a good episode. I was greatly thrilled as usual because Young and Restless is definitely keeping me up and with a hype with information that they're putting on TV for me to partake of. But that Bold and the Beautiful, I tell you, I don't know. But I'm getting ready to get into that. And y'all let me know in them comments what y'all thought about my commentary, that we were on one page with each other, with you on another page, or suspicions of what's going on with the Young and Restless. Did they mismatch mine, or were you on another whole level of thinking and perceiving the information that they're giving us? So love to hear your comments. Get down in them. Let me know. If not, keep thumbing up my videos, and I'll see you next time. Have a great weekend. Bye bye.